Tonight's discussion is called Beyond Belief is Religion in Our Genes. This is all supported by the John Templeton Foundation, and it's all brought to you via the benefit of all this partnership working together.
And the neuro side really includes what we can learn from neuroscience, cognitive neuroscience, anthropology, psychology, behavior, and so forth of the brain when we, let's say, just move your finger a little bit, and you'll show the area of the brain that's involved in moving that finger as lighting up, as we would say, as the scientists would say, lighting up that area of the brain with blood flow. Now, but there are other aspects of how the brain works. In fact, in many ways, that's several steps of the universe. So there is that blurring of that boundary of the self and other, that parietal evolutionary benefit or need to bring people or animals together at certain times would become incredibly valuable, and you need...
I'm fascinated by all of this, but I'm a very simple person of prayer. And for me, prayer is a two-way street. You pray to God and you expect an answer or you wait for it.
And I think there's a pretty fine line there, especially as I teach yoga and see a lot of all types of people really looking for a spiritual but not religious movement. So I'm just wondering how that plays into your research.
That I feel like I literally can look down and say, who is this crazy guy doing all these crazy things? And I guess my comment and my question to you is it possible that this transcendent experience is a lot more common than simply in these religious experiences?
I want to thank all of you, and certainly thank you, Dr. Newberg and Neal. Always a pleasure. And I want to thank the audience.
I study theology, and I'm also a yoga teacher, and I had been fascinated with this topic for some time now because of the mind-body connection, obviously, from yoga and also the question of God and belief and genes. And so when my husband heard about this lecture, he invited me to it, so I was just hopeful to learn more about the effects of spirituality and faith on the brain and the body, and I think I definitely did glean some more insight into that.
My name is Africa Thomas, and I came tonight because I heard the story on on NPR this morning, and it sounded interesting, sounded like an interesting topic, and I enjoyed it.
Nate Mosley, I'm a student at Ohio State, and I came tonight because I personally am a person of faith, and I thought the intersection of faith and science was a really interesting topic, and when I saw the flyer for it in Ohio State, I knew I needed to be here because the research that they're doing is really groundbreaking and really shows what's happening in the brain when people are meditating, praying, involving themselves in their faith.